You know, when I think about why I'm running for mayor, I think about my life where I came from. I think about the struggle that I went through, how poor I was growing up. As I was growing up, I've always served. I've always loved serving. I love people, love making a difference. You know, if I could connect you with one person, or if I connect you to a job, or I connect you to a resume, or if I do some little things for you and make you smile, make your life better, that made my day. So as a result, I want to do something bigger. I want to help serve the community in a way that hasn't been done before. Because to me, representation and leadership matter so much, and then especially in the Cambodian community.
Their ice cream is like really good.
Oh.
And my own.
We don't have anybody that look like me or look like you and me to represent. I just think it's really, really important. But the best part about it is about making a difference in the lives of others, and that I get the chance to be sitting at the table making policy, affecting policy to make the difference in their lives and make them better. That we raise people from ground up too, not just the people up here, but we want to help raise the people down here, to raise them up and to make sure that they have an amazing life as well. That's why I want to do it. So this is the heart of downtown. This is our office right there. A lot of hard work goes into this, and this is why we have our own little shop, 650 square feet with 4 agents in here, including myself and Sophie and 2 other agents. This is it. Little office, my desk, a little messy, but here we are. This is like the core values of who we are as a company. We're about giving back. We're about serving with the integrity, with utmost integrity, delivering wow service, and growing leaders. So everyone that we want to come across us, we want to grow. From me personally, I want to help them grow to become the best realtor, the most professional, and the most respected. So not so much about them make the money, but part of that is also when you become a professional, you start to make more money. So this is all the different icons of Livermore. You can see Concannon Vineyard, we just drove by, St. Michael's Church, the airport, Livermore. We're only like one of 5 cities in the world that has our own element. Del Val, where we came close to it. We're known for our cowboys and rodeo. The fountain is around the corner. The totem pole. This light bulb has been burning for I think 108 or 190 years straight. It's in the Guinness World Record. The Bankhead Theater, the Performing Arts Theater, the Donut Wheel we just pointed out to you. And we're known for our grapes, as you can see. This is the grape. Mony for mayor. Look at that check mark right there, baby. First of all, define the purpose in your life. The purpose of my life, what makes me happiest, is when I'm able to serve people in our community. In fact, I'm could be the first elected Cambodian mayor in America, and I'll be the first mayor in Livermore to do it for free, to serve our community for free. I'm donating my entire salary for 2 years of my term. It's a 2-year term. I'm going to be donating to 4 nonprofit organizations that are in the front line of helping people and making a difference in the lives of others, especially those that are underprivileged or underserved. That's what I want to do. What it is about defining your purpose. What is it that you want to do? And go do that, and you'll be the happiest person on earth. That's who I am. All my life, I've always been an underdog, right? You come to America, you didn't speak a word of English. You dumpster dive every day for aluminum cans to start making money in America. You work out in the fields as a child, as a child laborer in the field, picking fruits and vegetables and working with the Mexican, Hispanic, all the way to Oregon as a child, right? Your parents didn't speak a word of English. You didn't speak a word of English. You have to, learn the new culture, the language, and trying to figure out who you are as a person. So we're taking you to Pompey Ridge Golf Course. It's one of my favorite places to eat, and it just like I said, every time I go there, it makes me truly reflect and then be grateful for what we have, because from a boy who grew up in a third world country, in the refugee camps, in the war, and lived in a tropical forest for 9 months in the Philippines to come to the United States of America. And dumpster dive every day. I was a child laborer in the field picking everything, fruits and vegetables you can imagine, from grapes to cherries to onions to garlic to cucumbers, which is the hardest work. I've done all that, right? So now, when we come out here and then enjoy this, this amazing life and sitting there in the back overlooking the 3 golf courses, it's just like, wow, how grateful am I? How amazing has life been? So hard the first few years, and now we get to enjoy the fruits of our hard labor that we work towards. From working hard to becoming a police officer to educating yourself through St. Mary's College, and then quitting your job after 17 years as a police officer during the second worst economic time in American history to start a new career. And the first year, hustle like crazy, sold 27 homes. Wow. And it's been between 25 and 30 homes plus every year. And now I have a couple team members that work with it. We have our own office in downtown as well. And it's in the heart of everything. And it's been amazing, I mean, you see our home. It's beautiful, it's renovated, small, but it's everything that we ever want in a home. There's nothing more that we want. This is one of our favorite places to go. As you can see now, you can see why. Like you come here and sit outside, and you can see the golf courses emerging all over the place, and it's just beautiful. We're gonna sit outside. We're gonna grab a table real quick. A reminder how wonderful life is, and that you come from humble beginning and have nothing at all, and that you sit here like you achieved it all. How I made my first American dollar was interesting. We walked from Cambodia, Thailand when I entered into Kawadang, which is one of the refugee camps. It was just a camp they just put up. It was just all like bamboos and rodents everywhere. So they just put up these tents for all of us as Cambodians to stay in. And they had so many problems with rodent. The United Nations said for every rats or mice you kill, for every 5 you get $1. So I would go to these dilapidated places and find these things and just hit them with a stick and kill them, and I would hold them by the tails and wait in long line in the summer line. Cambodia's hot, or Thailand's hot, right? So you finally turn them in, your first 5, and you get your first American dollar. I mean, I wish I kept that dollar. It's crazy, right? On July 7th, 1983, that's the day that we left the refugee camps in Marong Bataan, tropical forest where we lived in, to come to Manila and to catch. We took a bus from that refugee camps to Manila and then to the United States. But what happens from this camp, most us Cambodians never been on a bus before, and it's a long, windy road, like 3-4 hours drive, and the cliffs are like 1,000 feet down. Well, most of us got sick. So when the bus twists and turns through the narrow road, so was the vomit. It's crazy. It's like a bunch of snakes slithering around. It's crazy, right? And the stench was unforgettable, right? So you never forget that. So once we did that, we reached our destination, Manila. The night before we got put on a plane and fly to America, we were put in a former prison camp. Yes, they put us, go shower. Here's the well. Here's change of clothes, whatever you need to do, and then before you get on a plane. So you spend the night there. That's when I walk around as a child, seeing all these little prison cells and dungeons and all that, right, as a child. Now, mind you, I was 9.5 years old. 10 years old at the time. So now we're put onto a plane to come to America. Well, we took off from the Philippines. The first stop we had to go get fueled up was in Japan, Tokyo, Japan. So we went to Japan, fueled up, left for a couple hours. Problem with one of the engines, and it was a bad weather. So they said, "Hey, you got to come back." That's what my dad said, anyways. We came back. We got off on a plane in Tokyo, Japan, in the middle of the night. They put us on a bus. They took us to the hotel. Think about this. None of us have been in a hotel before. None of us. So people are like looking at getting First of all, they walk into the mirrors because we've never seen mirrors, right? People are like, what the hell is an escalator, right? And then the best part was, that's the first time in my life that I got to eat, went to bed on a full stomach. They put us on a buffet line, bro. Oh my God.
Cheng.
We ate so much, and then now we ate so much that we're like all so full. We go to a hotel room, we check in. My father was the only one who knew kind of little Western world, you know, like how the phone works and stuff. So they put myself, my older sister, and my aunt in one room. The phone rang. We all ran and hid. We're like, what the hell is that thing ringing in the room? And then my aunt goes, okay, I need to take a bath. Well, we've never had a tub before. Never running water before. How do we do this thing? What's hot, what's cold? So she turned on the hot water and burnt herself and jumped out of the tub hella quick. And then, so anyhow, we stayed the night and we end up getting processed, and now we put back on the plane again. But what I remember was when we arrived in San Francisco. Once we get there, they process through the immigration center. And then on July 8th now, remember a day later, July 8th, 1983, we get here. It was in the middle afternoon. It's freaking cold. We get to the immigration processing center. They all gave us our first gift to America. You ready? You know what it is? It's a jacket with fake fur around the neck, 3 pinstripes here with the fake fur around the wrist. We're like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is wow. It was so awesome, right? This is going to be our event space right here. Yeah, this is it.
This is it.
This is it. This is going to be. So yeah, we're going to have our speakers and DJ and all that right here. We're going to have our banners. We're going to have our high top tables, and we're going to have American flags, patriotic music. We're going to have a few people speak on my behalf, and we're going to launch the campaign here. We're going to have about 50, 60, 70 people here. Can't wait. So this is the beautiful venue that it is. Look at this. Wait until nighttime, all the lights will come on. It's gorgeous here. So this is it, man. It's like, look at this, America. Now, once we get processed through all the immigration stuff, they put us on a plane to our final destination. Mine and my family was in Tempe, Arizona. We get there, we get off the, you pull in the tarmac, and then you get to the receiving area. I'm like, look around, like, oh my God, look at all these planes, look at all these buildings. It's so modern, right? You get out, our family come pick us up. They took us in a car, and that first day in Tempe, Arizona, July 8th, 118 degrees. So we didn't need that jacket we just got, right? So anyhow, air conditioners on. They took us to the house, and for the first time, we get to the house that evening. They cook us a full chicken for the first time we ever had. So normally in a third world country, when you don't have it, you have to ration, right? So you have to split the chicken like a 3-4 meals when they give you one chicken, when United Nations give you the ration of food, right? So you would split it like 3-4 times because that's all you have. In fact, in the Philippines, I had to go hunt for fish, shrimp, and eel every day for 6 hours each day with my father, and shoot for fish, shrimp, and eel with a wooden gun and with the rubber band and umbrella spoke with the goggle that we made. We get a bag of the fish, shrimp, and eel. We would come back, find a firewood, and come back and cook for the family. That's how we did it in the Philippines.
Oh my goodness.
I did that for 9 months. And then on other times, I would climb mountains like that or even higher. I carry a bag of rice with me and trade for potato with the Filipinos up in the mountains. It's crazy at the age of 9.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So anyhow, so coming to the United States is pretty cool. I mean, that was my first experience. And then we got to our sponsor's home. They cooked us our first full chicken. We ended up living with them for a few days, and then the church found us a place. But we went to our first picnic. It's crazy. We ate so much that we actually literally sat at a bench and with our mouth open and go, breathing with the mouth open.
Hull.
We've never had that much food. First grocery shopping. It's crazy. And then first apartment complex, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Had our first toothbrush, first pillow, first blanket to yourself, first bed to yourself. It's crazy. Then the neighbor had a girl's bicycle, pink one pedals, when I learned how to ride a bike. And then I learned how to ride a bigger bike the week after. 7 days after the United States of America, began dumpster diving with my older sister. We go to a big apartment complex, jump in the big dumpster can, and we find the cans and all that, and we bag them up and ride, take my sister back on a bicycle and come back home and then prepare for school. But here's the best part. How I made my really first money really in America, right? So what I do is we find the cans that has been crushed. So I would make my siblings, because in the back of our yard we live in a little ghetto, right? backyard is nothing but red clay. So I make my brother and sister line up all the cans that haven't been crushed yet, in order, in rows, right? We take the scoop, take the scoop from the red clay, we dump them into each one of the cans. Then we would spray water in, and then I make them crush it, so it'll be a lot heavier. And when we bag them up, we take them in, turn them in for more money. That's real street smart right there, right?
That is. That's pretty good.
That's how we made our first, American dollar in the United States of America.
Livermore.
First elected Cambodian mayor in America. In America. We have one now, but he was appointed. So the difference is that appointed means he was representing a certain district only. Then once he got in, the whole body of council members appointed him to be the next mayor. But I don't think he's been voted by entire residents yet.
Gotcha.
What I'm doing is when I'm running for mayor here, the whole entire city of residents have to vote for you. And you have to win by 50% plus one. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah, so if I win, I have to, that's by the entire body of the residents versus get appointed by your colleagues inside the city council. We're gonna work hard, we're gonna work 3 times, 10 times as harder, and to give ourselves an opportunity to win, to represent the people. Can't wait, because we know that representation and leadership matters. Who sits at the table and making the decision for the rest. And for someone like me who's who grew up really, really poor, have done well, and understand working in a nonprofit all the time, so I understand what nonprofits do and the service they provide. So we look at it from a nonprofit perspective, look at it from a poor person perspective, former police officer, 17 years, so you see it from a law enforcement perspective, and as a business owner, see it from a business person perspective. So I bring all this perspective to the table to make sure that everyone's represented and it's fair. How do we make it fair and equitable for everybody? We just don't want to raise the people already up here, but we want to raise the people down here as well, to bring them up, and then helping the people up here to go up as well. So how do we do it together to make sure that it's equal, But if someone's never been poor, how are they going to do that? How are they going to know what poor people go through if they've never been poor, right? You can't pretend for 1 minute that you know what we go through. That's just not going to happen. But someone who's actually start from the bottom, going up to the top, and then understand what the middle, top, bottom look like, and then that's when you can make things happen and bring the resources of the community and the city to make sure things help people and make their lives better. That's what it's all about. So the odds are stacked against you. I've been accused of a drive-by shooting suspect. It took me 4 long years to pass the written test just to get in the police academy because I didn't speak the language, right? So the odds have always been against me. But the best part about it is that I have defied the odds, right? So here I am standing in front of you as first-generation American or Asian American, Cambodian American, to run for office, to challenge the system in this community. And I can't wait to do it. I think I have a good shot. I have a lot of support this year. I raised a lot of money, but I could use more help as well. So please donate to my campaign so we could actually do this. And I know we can. I am so confident. I know the issues. I know how to do this. I have an amazing campaign team as well. And I know we can win this election. So help me. All right, here he goes. All right. Want to do it this way so people won't drive by here, they can see both sides. So here you go. Voila, Mony for mayor. That's it. It's a wrap. All right, Mony for mayor.